What's up everybody, how's it going? Travis here, and today we got a cool little setup going on. I'm in San Antonio with my buddy Aaron. Aaron, how are you?
Doing good, thank
Awesome. Okay, so I got the camera going, the mic's a little bit further, so I hope you guys can appreciate this. Also, this is out of frame, but Lily, the dog, is hanging out with us too. She's under the table that we're at right now, so she's having a good time. So the fragrance we're going to be talking about today is Polo Red.
Yes. Polo Red.
See it?
Zoom in.
Polo Red by Ralph Lauren is a woody, spicy fragrance for men launched in 2013. Top notes are cranberry, grapefruit, Italian lemon, Middle notes are saffron and sage. Base notes are amber, coffee, and woodsy notes. Okay, so Aaron, we kind of heard what's in the fragrance, but tell me about your first impressions with this fragrance and your experience, why it's in the collection.
I mean, I picked up Polo Red off of a just somewhat of a blind buy. I didn't really know what I was getting into, but only smelling it like one time. But that first initial reaction to it was very positive. I usually go for more subtle fragrances, ones that don't quite stand out as loud. So this one was definitely a little bit different for me because it does kind of stand out. It's got, like what you said, like a lot of fruity notes.
Yeah, it says it's got grapefruit and Italian lemon, so citrus.
So so I would definitely agree with that. It's definitely a more citrusy fragrance, like it just has that zest, if you will, when you spray it initially.
One thing that I'll point out is when he first showed me this fragrance, I hadn't really heard about Polo Red before. I had Versace Eros Flame, okay? And I remember the first time I smelled this, I thought to myself, wow, this is like what I wished Versace Eros Flame smelled like. You know, just because I kind of felt like the Versace wasn't really committed in either direction. It's like fresh, but not like uber fresh, sweet and fruity, but not like, you know, super in that direction.
Yeah.
But this fragrance is very clean, it's fresh.
Yeah.
I would almost honestly consider this like a blue fragrance. One of the notes that's listed is saffron, and I was kind of like, something that I've noticed about myself is I like that saffron, you know, because it's a little oriental vibes to it as well.
To me, it's very spicy. Like, it just catches your nose in a way of like, you feel like you're walking into like a very oriental style kind of a place. It's just a lot of spices. And then two, I would say, I mean, yeah, citrusy. It's just loud. It's a lot louder than what I'm used to. So, yeah, I would say that those are like the two probably biggest things that I take away from it. As far as performance goes, I'll talk about one, the bubble of like how much it gives off.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, you kind of get like a blind nose to it, I guess.
When you're the one wearing it.
When you're wearing it. So like, I don't really know how far I project, but I would assume the projection is like maybe 3 feet.
3 feet, yeah, just a solid, not the room filling, but just if someone's walking by you, it's gonna get their attention.
It'll get their attention, but it all depends too on like how much you spray. So because I have more drier skin, I usually do about 3 or 4 sprays of this. And I would say performance-wise, like how long it goes, this one doesn't last that long. It probably lasts maybe a couple hours.
Yeah,
to me, like
initial blast.
Or like even now, I smell it, and I don't know if it's because of blind nose, but just I can already tell it's already starting to kind of dwindle down. I mean, it's obviously still strong. It's only been like a couple minutes, but yeah, I would say generally it wears off. Probably you'll need to reapply like every 3 hours or so.
Every 3 hours
to get a strong impression. Like if you don't really care about how projected it is, then yeah, you could probably do a couple sprays and then it'll last 3-4 hours. That's what I would say.
Yeah, so you're saying like you get a solid 3 hours and then after that it's gonna start to go down to more of a skin scent that 3-foot projection is probably going to be more like a 1-foot projection, you know. So I think this would be really good for like, you know, a first date. You know what I mean? I think that'd be really cool because like, you know, you'd meet the person, you're hanging out with them, they get that initial blast, and then as they get closer, this is kind of becoming more of a skin scent, so it's like perfectly timed. The last thing I'll point out, even as I'm smelling it now, I'm really liking that cranberry. I mean, it's just, it's a really cool vibe. So yeah, Aaron, thank you for telling us about this fragrance. We have a few more videos we're gonna film while we're here. So we'll see you in the next episode later.